Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dogar Tactics channel. Today, we have something truly special for you. We'll be diving deep into the 2023 Toyota Prius review, turning over a new leaf. The brand new Toyota Prius compact hybrid under review here is a strikingly different car from what went before. If you've paid any attention to the previous 4 generations of Prius, you'll see a decades-long succession of ugly ducklings transform into a swan. The dramatically styled new body shape means drivers no longer have to make excuses to justify their purchase. Eco-drab has turned into eco-chic. If the looks weren't enough to secure its success, the new model is significantly more powerful and faster than before and drives better, yet with even better fuel economy. It's a win-win that puts the Prius back on the map and will give rivals like the Hyundai Elantra hybrid sedan, the Kia Niro hybrid crossover, and Toyota's own Corolla hybrid something to think about. It's built on Toyota's new TNGA-C platform and boasts a new 2.0-liter dynamic force engine and hybrid setup to produce 194 to 196 HP, unheard of outputs for a Prius. There are 3 trims in the range, in both FWD and AWD, and it lands in the USA at a starting price under $30,000. 2023 Toyota Prius changes. What's the difference versus the 2022 Prius? The 2023 Prius carries nothing over from the 2022 model. Everything is new, from the TNGA-C platform to the new generation dynamic force 2.0-liter engine under the hood. The rakish new styling proclaims this fact from the rooftops and presents the onlooker with a lower slung and far more aggressive shape. It's way quicker than the old model, although it's even more parsimonious than before. Pros and cons. Stunning new styling. Dramatically improved performance. Superb fuel economy. Good ride handling compromise. Many standard driver assistance features. Less rear headroom and trunk space. Some low-grade cabin plastics. Rear blind spots. Can become noisy. 2023 Toyota Prius handling and driving impressions. The Prius is no sports car, but the general driving behavior of the new model is in keeping with its more dynamic appearance, and the chassis strikes a fine balance between dynamic ability and good ride comfort. It tracks true, sticks to the line, responds well to inputs, and generally does everything well enough that you don't have to think about it, always a sign of good engineering. The steering is light, making the car easy to maneuver around town, but rather devoid of feel or feedback, not something most owners will mind. Performance is in a different league, and while the old one always gave the impression of satisfying low-end punch, the new one keeps on pulling at higher speeds, long after the old Prius ran out of puff and revs. It now keeps up with traffic effortlessly. The 2.0-liter gas engine, also found in many other Toyotas, does tend to be a bit strident when working hard, a common complaint leveled against it. 2023 Prius exterior. Although improved all around, the styling of the new Toyota Prius exterior draws the most comments, and they're all favorable. The pronounced wedge is a clean, uncluttered shape devoid of all the frivolous detailing that often made older generations look downright awkward. It's wider, flatter, and has a sense of purpose. The C-shaped DRLs sit atop discrete LED headlights, and the front bumper is smoothly integrated, with a lower air intake sporting a mesh grille. The rear has a full-width light bar on a dark background, Prius, proudly emblazoned in the center of the liftgate, and a rear bumper has a dark lower insert. The LE runs on 17-inch alloy wheels with dark covers on them, while the other trims have 19-inch exposed alloy wheels. All trims use 195-section tires. The lower front air intake on the LE has a black surround, and it's satin silver on the other trims. A fixed glass roof is standard on the Limited and optional on the XLE. Dimensions. In terms of exterior dimensions, every Toyota Prius shares a common length of 181.1 inches, a wheelbase of 108.3 inches, and a width of 70.2 inches without the mirrors. The height of the LE is 55.9 inches and that of the other trims is 56.3 inches, so it's slightly shorter, lower, and wider. Ground clearance is 5.6 inches for the LE and 6.0 inches for the other trims. The FWD LE is the lightest trim with a curb weight of 3,097 pounds, while the Limited AWD is the heaviest at 3,340 pounds. In a bid to design a sportier shape over a purely functional one, the new model's drag coefficient has deteriorated somewhat from 0.25 to 0.27 for the base trim with the 17-inch wheels. 2023 Toyota Prius exterior dimensions. Toyota Prius. Trims. Max width, length, height, wheelbase. La. 70.2 in, 181.1 in, 55.9 in, 108.3 in. XLE. 70.2 in, 181.1 in, 56.3 in, 108.3 in. Limited. 70.2 in, 181.1 in, 56.3 in, 108.3 in. 2023 Toyota Prius weight information. Toyota Prius trims. Curb weight. LE 3097 3230 pounds. XLE 3164 3285 pounds. Limited 3219 3340 pounds. Exterior colors. There are 6 exterior colors for the 2023 Toyota Prius and they are all available on all 3 trims. The 4 no-cost colors are Midnight Black Metallic, Cutting Edge Light Gray, Guardian Gray, Dark Gray, and Reservoir Blue. The 2 extra cost colors are Supersonic Red and Wind Chill Pearl at $495 each. 2023 Prius interior. The interior of the Toyota Prius is solidly constructed, and although there are still plenty of hard plastics, a few soft touch materials improve the perceived level of quality. For the first time ever in a Prius, the gauge cluster is directly ahead of the drive and no longer in the center of the dashboard. Said cluster is now a 7-inch configurable digital display mounted high up and you peer at it over the steering wheel, not through it. A landscape-style infotainment screen sits atop the center stack and there are still physical buttons for the HVAC system. The interior feels more modern than before, and thanks to the lower profile, it feels like you're sitting in the car and not on top of it. Getting in the back requires you to stoop due to the lower roofline and smaller door opening, after you first fumbled with the awkward hidden rear door handles. The driver's seating position can be problematic and many people find that the top of the steering wheel partially obstructs the lower portion of the high-mounted gauge cluster. The high tail makes it difficult to see out the back and you'll be relying on the backup camera and standard blind spot monitoring. Sadly, parking sensors are only fitted to the XLE and up and a camera-based digital rearview mirror is optional on the Limited only. Seating and interior space. The seats of the Toyota Prius are mounted lower to clear the roofline, which is around 2 inches lower than before, and with it comes an inevitable headroom penalty, down in front from 39.4 to a still sufficient 38 inches, but rear seat passengers will be complaining about the 36.4 inches for headroom, down a further 0.8 inches from the already marginal figure of the old car. The height reduction makes it feel tighter inside, but it's the price you pay for the much nicer aesthetic. Interior space has improved in terms of width and length, with more shoulder and legroom, the latter up from 33.4 to 34.8 inches in the rear. Interior colors and materials. Unfortunately, you still don't get many choices in terms of interior colors for the Toyota Prius, with gradient black and lieutenant gray is the only color options for the seats, combined with a black interior. Seat upholstery is in cloth on the La and Softex leatherette on the XLE and Limited. 2023 Prius trunk and cargo space. The shorter body length and sloping rear have had an effect on the Toyota Prius cargo space as well. Trunk volume is quite a bit down on what it was, with most trims now having 20.3 cu featuring of space behind the second row, increasing to 23.8 cu featuring on the LE. That compares to 24.6-27.4 cu featuring for the old car. Total utility space with the second row folded used to be 47.9-50.7 cu featuring in the old car, but Toyota doesn't provide figures for the new car, possibly because they're lower too. A set of golf clubs used to fit longitudinally in the Prius trunk but doesn't anymore in the new car. Cargo space of more than 20 cu featuring is perfectly decent, and bigger than that of a similarly sized sedan, but the loss of volume is regrettable, as it was a Prius strong suit. Interior stowage is decent, with useful under-dash storage space, a glove box, and a wireless charging pad in the center console where it's easy to get to. The center console bin is deep but rather narrow, but the cup holders are big enough to even accept many bottle sizes. There are rear bottle holders too, but only the XLE and Limited get rear cup holders. 2023 Prius infotainment and features. Features. The Prius lineup is reasonably well equipped by default, and some of the LE standard features include 17-inch alloy wheels with covers, all LED exterior lighting, push-button start, cloth upholstery, manually adjustable seats, single-zone climate control, and a manually tilting, telescoping steering wheel trimmed in Softex leatherette. The TSS 3.0 driver assistance suite is standard and includes features such as adaptive cruise control, lane keep systems, road sign recognition, a proactive driving assistant, and automatic high beams. Higher trims get many more standard and/or optional features, such as heated and ventilated seats, a heated steering wheel, a fixed glass roof, a larger touchscreen, more cup holders, heated rear seats, and more drive assists. Infotainment. The standard infotainment system in the LE and XLE has an 8-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth audio streaming, 6 USB ports, Sirius XM, and a 6-speaker audio system. Optional on the XLE and standard on the Limited is a larger 12.3-inch touchscreen. The Limited is the only trim also fitted with an 8-speaker JBL audio system with an amplifier. 3 Toyota Prius trims are available, LE, XLE, and Limited, and all trim levels are available in either FWD or AWD. A 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine is fitted to all trims, but the FWD and RWD configurations differ in that the latter's mechanical specifications also include a second rear-mounted motor and a slightly higher overall system output of 196 horsepower. In terms of features, the Toyota Prius spec sheet reads as follows, with all of these features standard at base level: 17-inch alloys, LED headlights, DRLs, and taillights, keyless entry and push-button start, single-zone climate control, cloth upholstery, and a leatherette trimmed and manually tilting, telescoping steering wheel. The infotainment system has an 8-inch touchscreen, wireless phone mirroring, 6 USB ports, Bluetooth audio streaming, Sirius XM, and a 6-speaker audio system. Toyota's TSS 3.0 driver assistance suite is standard, including features such as adaptive cruise control, pedestrian detection, lane keep systems, automatic high beams, and road sign recognition. Higher trims gain features like a fixed glass roof, larger wheels, rain-sensing wipers, wireless charging, heated seats, a larger touchscreen, and a power liftgate. Package options and standalone extras include advanced parking features, a surround view camera, a camera-based digital rearview mirror, and heated rear seats. 2023 Toyota Prius models and configurations: 3 models, 6 configurations. Additional packages. The only package available for the LE is a single option, and that's front and rear parking sensors with automatic braking for only $35. The XLE gets access to a lot more extras, such as a fixed glass roof $1,000, a smartphone-based digital key $275, the 12.3-inch touchscreen $735, or various combinations of these in separate packages costing up to $2,010 with all of them included. The Limited gets exclusive optional extras not available to the other trims, and these are a camera-based digital rearview mirror $200, heated rear seats $350, or the Limited Premium package with options that includes both of the aforementioned features as well as a panoramic surround view monitor for $1,635. 2023 Prius performance. It won't set the drag strip on fire, but the Toyota Prius 0-60 mph sprint has improved beyond all recognition from a glacial 10+ seconds to a low 7-second sprint, according to independent tests. Thanks to nearly 200 horsepower, it's now snappy enough to keep up with fast-moving traffic, while merging and passing are no longer nerve-wracking undertakings that require a white-knuckled grip on the steering wheel and plenty of forethought. It's punchy in town with instant bottom-end torque thanks to the electric assistance. Top speed is limited to 115 mph. It's just a shame that the 4-cylinder gas engine can be a bit brash and unrefined. It's not meant for trailering duty, and whereas some markets quote a 1,600-pound figure, Toyota USA doesn't rate it to tow at all, with no figure available. Engine and transmission. The engine in the Toyota Prius is an Atkinson Cycle 2.0 L 4-cylinder that develops 150 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque on its own. Combined with a single front-mounted electric motor in the FWD models, total system output comes to 194 horsepower. The AWD models have two electric motors, the rear-mounted one drives the rear wheels, but total system output is only increased marginally to 196 horsepower. Toyota does not provide combined torque figures. The motors are fed by a 0.9 kWh lithium-ion battery pack. Whether fitted with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, all models share the same CVT automatic. With a maximum ground clearance of 6 inches, you can forget about taking the Prius off-road. The AWD system is purely meant to improve grip on slippery surfaces and will be appreciated by drivers living in the snow belt. 2023 Prius gas mileage. Despite the massive improvement in performance, you'd be pleasantly surprised that the EPA-rated gas mileage and MPG figures for the Toyota Prius have not suffered as a result. In fact, they're slightly better than before, a big feat, considering the power boost. The La with its smaller 17-inch wheels is the most efficient, with city-highway combined figures of 57/56, 57 mpg, 1 mpg better than before on the combined cycle. The lease figures drop slightly to 54/53, 54 mpg for the AWD La, an impressive 5 mpg better than before on the combined cycle. The XLE and limited trims with 19-inch alloys are slightly less efficient, with the FWD and AWD models, figures being 52/52, 52 mpg and 49/50, 49 mpg, respectively. The FWD models have a fuel capacity of 11.3 gallons, giving the thriftiest base FWD La a maximum range of around 644 miles. The lowest range belongs to the AWD XLE Limited. With its smaller 10.5-gallon tank and worse consumption, range pans out to a still excellent 514 miles. 2023 Prius safety. The safety of the Toyota Prius has not yet been evaluated in local crash tests, but the signs are good. Other Toyotas built on the same platform have achieved 5-star NHTSA ratings and top safety pick awards from the IIHS, so the new Prius should perform similarly. 2023 Prius key safety features. The standard safety features include 8 airbags and the obligatory ABS, stability control, tire pressure monitoring, and backup camera. In addition to these, every Prius gets Toyota's TSS 3.0 driver assistance suite that comes with LED headlights with automatic high beams, adaptive cruise control, pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, a proactive driving assistant, lane departure warning with steering assist, and lane tracing. Also part of the deal are hill start assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, a rear seat reminder, and safe exit assist. The XLE also gets front and rear parking sensors with automatic low-speed braking. A surround view camera and advanced park are options on the top spec limited only. 2023 Prius reliability. Toyota has a good reputation for dependability, but last year's Prius received a rather middling quality and dependability rating of 75 out of 100 at J.D. Power, so we're hoping that Toyota can improve on that with the new model. On the other hand, last year's model was recalled only once, and so far, there have been no 2023 recalls for the all-new car, so expectations are that the Toyota Prius reliability should be good. That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting car reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.